Oh, yeah, there it is. Nice thumbnail. All right. Hey, folks. Lucas here. Like more Pokemon Pocket. Taking a look at this new trailer that came out for the next set upcoming. Currently, if you're curious, I finished the current set that's out now. I forget what it's called. That took a little bit. I didn't get any of the EXs for a while. Mega Shine, that's what it was. And I'm currently trying to finish the last big one, the Mega Blazing or whatever it was with Altaria, Gyarados, and Blaziken. Just trying to dig through for those one last cards in Gyarados and Blaziken's set packs. But looks like I got a new challenger here, so let's see what we got. I'm hoping I can I hope there's like some more fun stuff. Mega Shine didn't seem too fun to me. Okay, yeah, Pulsing Aura. Ambor and Beware, Krogunk, Wooper. That means a Toxicroak. That's a cool Bisharp card. Kubfu. Oh. Urshifu. Okay, they got both of their Urshifus, but they're not EXs. Field Blower? Really? Hatchram, Badoo, Quagsire. Vaporeon is finally getting an EX. Arena of Antiquity. Corina, Riolu, and they finally Mega Evolve. Mega Sceptile is interesting. Those two specifically makes me wonder, like, why are those two specifically? Alright, let's go ahead and take a closer look at all this. They kind of just kept speeding through everything. Alright, Riolu's the only one with something else going on here. Fighting Fist, 10 plus. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a Pokemon EX. This attack does 30 more damage. Cool. Not bad, you know? So, like, what if for instance, you're up against a basic EX Pokemon going second, wonderful. You can do a solid 40 instantly. And then what, 60 if it's a weak against fighting? Alright, so we got Beware and a fire type Embor as opposed to a fighting type Embor. This is like the third or fourth Beware in the game. Triple Smash, one colorless. Sorry, two colorless and one fighting for 3 total. 50 times, flip 3 coins, got it. Flare Storm, sounds cool. 70 plus, flip a coin for each fire energy attached to this Pokemon. Attack does 30 more damage for each head. Sweet. What the heck? Yeah, okay. I'll mess with that. It's even got 160 HP. Oh, I mean, it is a stage 2. It's a stage 2, sorry. I was like, whoa, that's pretty high. But kind of think about it. Stage 2s are harder to get out, so of course they will have more HP than like normal, especially if they have like high energy for their attack. Mega Fire Pig Pokemon. I did not know that's what Embor's classification was. Krogunk and Wooper, they don't got anything going on. Bisharp has something going on. Steel type with Night Slash. You are not Dark type though. Why are you doing this? 2 basic energy for 60. Switch this Pokemon with one of your benched Pokemon. Okay. This is odd. Why is that what? Why is Night Slash U-turn? They should call it what I call my Scizor decks. I call it Switch Steel. Wow. You know, because you're switching with steel types, or I guess metal types, considering what they call in Pocket. I mean, it's a fine card. For a brief moment, I thought this was like Scizor support, but it's something that you have to do with an attack, and Scizor wants to switch into the active spot before it attacks on that turn. You're switching it in, so it doesn't help Scizor at all, really, unless you want to bring it to the front without taking up energy. But in that case, you have Room anyway. Kubfu. Training. Take a colorless energy from your energy zone and attach it to this Pokemon. Okay. And they're making sure this thing is not fighting type. But that makes sense. It's really cool that they're making them the different types that they actually are. Double type? Never mind. What was I saying before? As long as Pokemon is in play, it is water and fighting type. The only relevant part about this is the water type. If you're nothing good comes from being a fighting type. Tornado Shot. Discard a water energy from this Pokemon, and this attack also does 40 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Okay. If it's not mandatory, that's fine. So you can do 40 to 2 guys. And then we got Single Strike Urshifu. It also has the double type thing. I like how fighting comes before dark. Power Blast. But you punch things. You punch things really good. So good, you had to get nerfed. Discard a dark energy from this Pokemon. I'm a lot more interested in the water, the Rapid Strike Urshifu than Single Strike. Power Blast just reminds me of Yveltal. And like I said, nothing good comes from being a fighting type. Like, at all, when I think about it. Because the only kind of fighting type support that exists is Lucario. And that's it. So, like, Dark Single Strike can do 130, Rapid Strike can do 60, and then 40 to someone who's on the bench. That's like the one good thing I think of from them being fighting type and water and dark. Huh. I mean, of course, unless we get fighting type support. And we got a Mega Lucario in this. And it's not a steel type, luckily. So that means it should be getting help. Field Blower. Discard a Pokemon tool card from a Pokemon. Or discard a stadium card in play. Okay. So it's Guzma. But it only removes one thing, or it removes a stadium if you don't have your own stadiums that you want to play. That's not bad. I myself run Guzma a lot in pretty much most of my decks. Guzma takes away from every of all of your opponent's Pokemon. This only takes away one tool, and if it's not taking away a tool, you can take it away a stadium. I don't play any stadiums myself, so I mean it could be useful. I prefer Repel if I'm using an item, though. Or, of course, a red card. Badoo. Baby Pokemon status. Prickly Powder. The defending Pokemon loses all abilities. This effect lasts until the defending Pokemon leaves the active spot. Neat. So that means Oricorio and the Beast and Suicune, they get gutted by this little thing. That's not bad at all. I'd mess with that. Hatchram, Disarming Voice. Pokemon's confused. That means we're getting a Hatena. Or Hatterene, sorry. Muddy Headbutt. If this Pokemon has any fighting energy attached, the attack does 60 more damage. Nice ground type reference. And Vaporeon EX. One of the non-megas. Frozen Flow. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may switch out your opponent's active Pokemon to the bench. Okay. And then it does 80. Sure. Turn 1, force them to swap out if they got 2 Pokemon on board. Wait, do you have to be on the bench yourself, actually? I assume it's just like a Pidgeot. If it's like Pidgeot, that's cool. You could just have Vaporeon there. Yeah, okay, it's just Sabrina. Sabrina every turn. Cool. Oh no, it has to be an active spot? Why? Why? I mean, sure, man. We can't have a better Pidgeot, even if it's an EX. All these evolutions need to be in the active spot, man. Oh, sorry. I didn't read the stadium. Arena of Antiquity. Attacks used by each fighting Pokemon in play do plus 20 damage to the opponent's active Pokemon EX. Okay, I don't care about this at all. And alright, yeah, I don't care about this at all. This only benefits like fighting types that attack for cheat. And this does the same thing. I caught a glimpse of it when it was first shown. We got it. We're trying to one-shot things. Okay, guys, we get it. We get it. Super duper. You're super duper. Fighting Pulse. If this Pokemon has at least one extra fighting energy attached, this attack does 50 more damage. That seems unnecessary given how much power boosting they're giving to fighting. Or damage boosting. Let's not say power boosting. But it's all specifically to EX cards. If you would give this thing an extra energy because you have to, because you don't have anything else to give it to, or you're trying to one-shot a non-EX, honestly, because 140 is enough to one-shot most non-EX Pokemon. But they're making sure it's good by giving it low energy. Otherwise, if it had high energy, like 3 or more, it would be an iffy card because it's fighting, and fighting does not get nice things. They get good things, but they don't get nice things. So like what you have to fill that does an extra 20. Karina does an extra 30. So that alone is, 140. Terminating Tail. Discard a grass type energy from this Pokemon. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. It's not poisoned, sorry. Okay, so it can do 140 off rip. 140 off rip and then more the longer the thing sticks around and is poisoned. Sure. That seems fine. Okay. This seems okay. I think the only thing I really want to try messing around with is the Rapid Striker Shifu, and that's it. Badoo, I guess, as well, and whatever the Hatterene has going on that we don't know about yet. And it comes out April 27th. So surprisingly ways away. That's next week. Huh. Alright, cool. I've got more than enough time to finish off that Mega Rising pack. Okay. Well, whatever it is you guys think about these cards, let me know. Maybe there's something I'm missing, but these cards seem fine.